Good afternoon all. Last day we have studied about the standard deviation and variance, and we have done various problems of standard deviation from group data and from using frequency table using coding method and so on. So today also we have some problems and the empirical relations between the standard deviation and the mean deviation. First we are moving to the problems. So this is first problem is the following table shows the IQs of 480 school children at a certain elementary school. Using the code method, find the mean and standard deviation. So the class mark is given as X and frequency is given as F. So first class mark is 70, frequency is 4. Next 74, frequency is 9. Next class mark is 78, frequency is 16. Class mark 82, frequency 28. Class mark 86, frequency 45. Class mark 90, frequency 66. Class mark 94, frequency 85. Class mark 98, frequency 72. Class mark 102, frequency 54. Class mark 106, frequency 38. Class mark 110, frequency 27. Class mark 114, frequency 18. Class mark 180, frequency 11. Class mark 122, frequency 5. Class mark 126, frequency 2. So we have to find the solution of that. So first, in the first column we write the class marks X, and the next column we have to find the A. So here are 15 entries, so the middle value is 98, that we can choose as A. So U is equal to X minus 98 by 4. So in the middle U is equal to 0. Before that minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. And on below of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a U value. And F value is from the table itself, 4, 9, 16, 28, 45, etc. Now in the next column we have FU. 4 into minus 7, minus 28. 9 into minus 6, minus 54. 16 into minus 5, minus 80. 28 into minus 4, minus 112. 45 into minus 3, minus 135. 66 into minus 2, minus 132. 85 into minus 1, minus 85. 0 into 72, 0. 1 into 54, 54. 2 into 38, 76. 3 into 27, 81. 4 into 18, 72. 5 into 11, 55. 6 into 5, 30. 7 into 2, 40. So we have sigma F is 480, sigma Fu is minus 244. Now we have to find Fu square. So we have some Fu value. We have to multiply with that Fu to U. So minus 28 into minus 7, 196. Minus 54 into minus 6, 324. Minus 80 into minus 5, 400. Minus 112 into minus 4, 448. Minus 135 into minus 3, 405. Minus 132 into minus 2, 264. Minus 85 into minus 1, 85. 0 into 0, 0. And so on. So we can find Fu square, and sigma Fu square is equal to 3412. Now, so U bar is equal to sigma Fu by N, which is equal to minus 0.51. So X bar is equal to A plus Cu bar, which is we have chosen A as 98 plus C is equal to 4, the size. The difference between two adjacent class limits. So it's 4, and the U bar is equal to minus 0.51, which is equal to 98 minus 2.04, which is equal to 95.96. So S is equal to C into, next we have to find the standard deviation S, which is equal to C into sigma Fu square by N minus U bar square, which is equal to 4 into square root of 3412 by 480 minus of 0.51 all square, which is equal to 4 into square root of 7.11 minus 0.2601, which is equal to 4 into 6.8499 square root, which is equal to 10.47. Now in the next problem, given the sets 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14. We have two sets. One set is 2, 5 elements, and then the next set only 3 elements, 2, 8 and 14. Find the mean of each set. First problem. Second problem, find the variance of each set. C, find the mean of the combined set. Find the variance of the combined sets. So mean of first sets M1 is equal to 2 plus, we have to add the all numbers 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 divided by, there are 5 elements, so divide by 5, so 40 by 5 is equal to 8. Mean of the second set M2 is equal to 2 plus 8 plus 14 by 3, 10 plus 14, 24 by 3 is equal to 8. Now next find the variance of each set. So for the first set, sigma x square by n, which is equal to 4 plus 25 plus 64 plus 121 plus 196 by 5, which is equal to 410 by 5 is equal to 82. Hence variance of first set is 82 minus 8 square, which is equal to 18. For the second set, sigma x square by n is equal to 264 by 3, which is equal to 88. Hence variance of the second set is 88 minus 8 square, mean square. So it is equal to 88 minus 64 is equal to 24. Now we have to find the combined mean. For that, f1 m1 plus f2 m2 by f1 plus f2. So we have 5 entries there. 5 into mean of first set is 8. Second entry, there are 3 entries there, so their mean is equal to 8 divided by 5 plus 3, which is equal to 40 plus 24 by 8, which is equal to 8. Variance of the combined set is s square, n1 s1 square plus n2 s2 square by n1 plus n2. So 5 into s1 square is 18 plus 3 into 24 divided by 5 plus 3, which is equal to 90 plus 72 by 8, which is equal to 20.25. Given the sets 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14 and 10, 16, 22. Find the mean of each set, find the variance of each set, find the mean of the combined sets, find the variance of the combined set. This is similar to the earlier problem. So we have to find the mean of first set. M1 is equal to 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 by 5, which is equal to 40 by 5 is equal to 8. Mean of the second set, 10 plus 16 plus 22 by 3, which is equal to 48 by 3 is equal to 16. For the first set, sigma x square by n, which is equal to 82. Variance of the first set is 82 minus 8 square, which is equal to 82 minus 64, which is equal to 18. For the second set, sigma x square by n is equal to 100 plus 256 plus 484 by 3, which is equal to 840 by 3, which is equal to 280. Hence the variance of the second set is s2 square is equal to 280 minus 16 square, which is equal to 280 minus 256 equal to 24. So mean of the combined set is f1 m1 plus f2 m2 by f1 plus f2, which is equal to 5 into 80 plus 3 into 16 by 5 plus 3, which is equal to 11. So here means are not same. So variance of the combined set is, we have to find sigma x is 88, sigma x square we have to find from the old table. Sigma x is equal to 88, sigma x square equal to 1250. So sigma x square by n equal to 1250 by 8 by minus x bar square 88 by 8 all square, which is equal to 11 square. 156.25 minus 11 square, which is equal to 156.25 minus 121, which is equal to 35.25. Next problem. By adding 5 to each of the numbers in the set 3, 6, 2, 1, 7, 5, we obtain the set 8, 11, 7, 6, 12, 10. Show that the two sets have the same standard deviation but different means. How are the means related? So you have to find the mean of first set 3, 6, 2, 1, 7, 5 and mean of 8, 11, 7, 6, 12, 10, which is equal to first mean of first set plus 5. So that's the relation. Now you have to find the standard deviation of first set and standard deviation of second sets and show that they are same. Now the empirical relations between the measures of dispersion. For any moderately skewed distributions, we have the empirical formula. Mean deviation is equal to 4 by 5 into standard deviation, and semi-interquartile range is equal to, which is also known as quartile deviation, is equal to 2 by 3 standard deviation. So absolute and relative dispersion or coefficient of variation and coefficient of variation. So the actual variation or dispersion as determined from the standard deviation or any other measure of dispersion is called the absolute dispersion. However, a variation of 10 inches is in measuring a distance of 1000 feet is quite different in effect from the same variation of 10 inches in a distance of 20 feet. A measure of this effect is supplied by the relative dispersion, which is defined by relative dispersion is equal to absolute dispersion by average. If the absolute dispersion is the standard deviation S and if the average is the mean x bar, then the relative dispersion is called the coefficient of variation or coefficient of dispersion and is denoted by V and is given by coefficient of this variation is equal to S by x bar and is generally expressed as percentage. Note that coefficient of variation is independent of units used. For this reason, it is useful in comparing distribution where the units may be different. A disadvantage of the coefficient of variation is that it fails to be useful when x bar is close to 0. Remark: if the quartiles Q1 and Q3 are given for a set of data, then 1 by 2 into Q3 plus Q1 is the measure of the data center tendency or average, while Q is equal to 1 by 2 into Q3 minus Q1. The semi-interquartile range is a measure of data's dispersion. We can thus define a measure of relative dispersion. VQ is equal to half into Q3 minus 1 by half into Q3 plus 1 Q1. We can cancel the half. So Q3 minus Q1 by Q3 plus Q1, which is called quartile coefficient of variation or quartile coefficient of relative dispersion. Now we have some problems. A manufacturer of television tubes has two types of tubes, A and B respectively. The tubes have mean lifetimes of x bar A is equal to 1495 and x bar B is equal to 1875 hours, and the standard deviations of SA equal to 280 hours and SB is equal to 310 hours. Which tube has the greater absolute dispersion and relative dispersion? The absolute dispersion of A is SA is equal to 280 hours and B is SB is equal to 310 hours. Thus the tube B has the greater absolute dispersion. This is given. So now the coefficient of variation we have to find. So VA is equal to SA by x bar A, which is equal to 280 by 1495 into 100, which is equal to 18.7%. Now VB is equal to SB by XB bar, so 310 by 1875 into 100, which is equal to 16.5%. The tube A has the greater relative variation or dispersion. Now a student received a grade of 84 on a final examination in mathematics, for which the mean grade was 76 and the standard deviation was 10. On the final examination in physics, for which the mean grade was 82 and the standard deviation was 16, she received a grade of 90. In which subject was his relative together? So the coefficient of variation in mathematics is SM by x bar m. So it is 10 by standard deviation is given as 10 by mathematics in 10 mean is equal to 76 into 100, which is equal to 13.16. Similarly, we can find the coefficient of variation of physics, which is equal to SP by XP bar, which is equal to 16 by 82 into 100, which is equal to 19.51%. Hence, he is relatively standing higher in physics. Next we have, on a final examination in statistics, the mean grade of a group of 150 students was 78 and the standard deviation was 8. In algebra, however, the mean final grade of the group was 73 and the standard deviation was 76. In which subject was the greater absolute dispersion and relative dispersion? You can do the problem as in the same as in the earlier problem. Next problem, the distribution of SAT scores of a group of high school students has first quartile score equal to 825 and third quartile score equal to 1125. Calculate the quartile coefficient of the variation and the distribution of SAT scores for this group of distribution. We have Q1 quartile, first one is 825 and Q3 is given as 1125. So variation of quartile coefficient of variation for the given distribution is VQ is equal to Q3 minus Q1 by Q3 plus Q1, which is equal to 1125 minus 825 by 1125 plus 825, which is equal to 300 divided by 1950, which is equal to 0.15. Now next problem that you can do yourself. For the age group of 15-24 years, the first quartile of household income is equal to rupees 16,500 and the third quartile of household incomes for this same group is rupees 25,000. Calculate the quartile coefficient of variation for the distribution of incomes for this age group. This you can do yourself.